Welcome to week one of Foundation 52. Today, we are going to go through everything, not everything, but a lot of things that need to be in your foundation. So if you haven't started a business yet, if you're just using this to kind of help yourself get going, this is going to be really helpful. If you have started a business, this will just kind of give you an idea of things that you may or may not have done and things that you might want to go back and look at. The first part of this first video is going to be about forming your business and that type of stuff. And then we're going to get into culture, core values, mission statement, and value proposition. Second video today is going to be about the business plan. So we will jump into that in a little bit. But first, let's talk about forming your business. For the most part, if you are a small business, you're just going to form an LLC. If you're a solopreneur, you're probably going to get classified as a sole proprietor regardless of what you form. So again, that it doesn't really matter when you first start. You can get into some things like you can be an S corp or other things like other entities, but it really depends upon taxes and all that. And we recommend that you go talk to an accountant or a lawyer to figure out what's going to be best for you. As you get a little more complicated with your business, if you have partners, that type of stuff, you're gonna get again more complicated. We're gonna get into that in week 9 with contracts and agreements, but you're gonna want to definitely have that drawn up by an attorney so that you can make sure that you're protected, because the whole point of creating these entities is to protect yourself personally from any kind of harm or lawsuits or anything down the line. So creating that LLC, somebody can sue your LLC all day long, but they can't sue you personally. When it comes to business, of course, they can still sue you personally. That's the world we live in. But anyway, the idea of forming an entity and having that own the business is to protect you. And when you're getting into partnerships and that type of stuff, just keep in mind that your LLC, so mine, let's say Corey Harris LLC, can be a partner in a business. So my entity can be a partner with somebody else's entity in another entity. So it can get complicated as you go along. And again, we'll get into that in week 9. A couple other things you're going to need before you even start creating that entity. You will need an EIN. If you're a solopreneur, your Social Security number will suffice, but I suggest that you get an EIN anyways. That's an employer identification number. You can get that from the IRS website. And then when you go form your LLC with your state, wherever you're going to incorporate, most states, I would assume, I know here in Virginia, we do, but, and I would assume in 2021 that every state has some sort of like the State Corporation Commission, their SCC, will have the ability, you have the ability to form that company online. So just go check your own state's SCC website and see if you can form online. I would imagine that pretty much everywhere you could do that. You'll need your EIN, and that's it to form your entity. You're going to need things like a business bank account, business credit card. There's a whole list of things that you should probably do that we recommend you do when you start a business. And one of the PDFs we have attached is going to cover like that business startup basics. So just all the little things that you need to do to get your business going. And it's as detailed as creating social media accounts, and then as broad as, getting a bank account or business credit, that type of stuff. Let's jump into culture. So the culture is extremely important when it comes to your business, because it just defines who you are. It's who people connect with, whether it's your employees, your customers, et cetera. And there's a couple of different things that go into that. So we're going to talk first about core values. So your core values are fundamental, like the fundamental beliefs of your business, and they dictate the behavior of your business. So everything that you do should fall into the kind of parameters of your core values. This is what really means the most to you, and they can be literally anything, and they should fit your business. So for instance, ours are on our website. We post them right out there for everybody to see. We build relationships as number 1. We have fun and we work hard is number 2. And then number 3 is we're serious about accountability. So those are our 3 core values. They're right there on our homepage, and we hold ourselves to it, to those core values. They guide your decision-making and provide the direction in everything you do. So when we are talking about potentially hiring a client, if we don't think that they're going to be accountable, we're not going to hire them, because we don't want to work with somebody who doesn't want to put in the same amount of effort that we do. Some things that your core values can influence: your hiring policy or practices. So obviously who you hire, how you hire, why you hire, all of those things should be a part of your core values. Your community, so that's the actual physical community you live in. That could be your professional networking community. All of that is going to be influenced by your core values. And then obviously your employees, your business culture, employee morale, all of that stuff should be a part of your core values, basically. Next thing we're going to talk about is your mission statement. So this is the direction of your company, the future of the company. Basically, it's what you do. So it's for us, and I'm going to have to cheat because I don't have these all memorized, but our mission statement here at SB Pace, our mission is to help small business owners achieve long-term success. That's what we want to do as a business, is make sure that who we work with is like they are successful, and that's what guides us. So it's great for making decisions as well. And in your company, if you have employees, everybody should know that mission statement. And it's not going to be as sexy as your value proposition, which we're going to talk about after this. And you can have it, like you can post it externally if you want, but in my opinion, it's just a very boring blanket statement of this is what we do. No questions. Like there shouldn't be any confusion about what it is that you do. Your value proposition, though, this is what you can like post publicly. This is part of your marketing strategy. A lot of businesses do this. So it's your value prop is why somebody should give you money, and it clearly communicates the benefit and the needs that will be met by your product or service. So it shouldn't. There's again shouldn't be confusion, but it should invoke some sort of emotion in your customers or clients when they read your value proposition. So our value proposition, for example, is success for your small business. And that is what we want to deliver. And that's what we, preach. We want to make sure that you are going to be successful if you're one of our clients, and success for your small business should mean something to you. And it can mean something different to every single small business owner out there, but it should mean something to you. All of these pulled together along with a lot of other things are going to create your culture for your business. And your culture can be internal and external. And so that's the internal culture is how you treat your employees, what you believe in, your core values, your mission statement, your value proposition. All those come together to form your culture. And, like your employees and everybody should appreciate the culture and be a part of that culture. And that culture should, like I said, it's internal and external, should expand outside of your business, so that your customers, your vendors, everybody should be able to kind of understand who you are, what you believe in, why you believe it. Understanding your company, your culture. And again, this is more emotion than anything. Like if you think about Subaru, which is funny, but when you think about Subaru and you think about their commercials, it's all about feeling good and emotions, and we're going to go on road trips and drink coffee by a lake and all that fun stuff. And that's the culture that they're trying to create with their consumers, and they do that well through their commercials. Little known fact, Subaru also creates or manufactures attack helicopters. So they do a really good job of tricking everybody into thinking that they actually care about you. But anyway, that's their culture, and that's something that you definitely need to think about with your business. And that's it for the first video, and we will get into the business plan next.